If you're Prince Harry, you literally walk into calamity at literally every corner. You can see this because if you remember back when he launched his book Spare, he never realised exactly just the problems he was creating. He thought he had so much to tell the world. And as his ghostwriter pointed out, J.R. Mollinger, well, the bottom line was, he really had a story and he wanted to get it out there and could have gone on forever. But here's where Harry clearly is not very bright, because as we all know, he had the drug scandal attached to that, and of course the Afghanistan story, which then apparently he may have exaggerated according to his lawyers. But this particular problem is not going away, and this is all regarding, of course, his two children. That's right, Archie and Lily. And what's fascinating about this particular sort of situation is this: as he tries to push ahead, trying to get that 24-hour IPP status security, that sort of stuff, well, he's going to have to dish up this, and he's not thought of this clearly. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your time today, and welcome one and all brand new subscribers on a very chilly day here in the United Kingdom once again. But we're in February, chums. You have to think positive. We're heading towards brighter days. Sorry, Australia. Told you this was coming, Yes, you've had your summer. And I know you've had some terrible times over there, so can we wish Australia well as also, because, seemingly everywhere around the world we seem to have these sort of natural disasters and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, what a world we're living in, eh? So do look out for each other, chums. It's very important. By the way, somebody said to me the other day, Neil, on your younger pictures, not that younger pictures, I might point out, but on your younger pictures, you have a different hair colour. I had to dye my hair for roles and, that sort of stuff. I am a natural blonde, in case people were wondering. But yeah, in those days, it's funny, now you probably get to wear a wig. But, then you'll have to dye your hair. And I never liked it, but, you want the work, don't you? So you do what they say. When you grow up, you change. Am I right? Absolutely. Somebody who's never grown up, though, is Prince Harry, clearly. This situation is escalating, as I say, because, as we know, in about 7 weeks' time or so, he's back over here trying to defend his demands for this security for him, his wife, and his two children. As and when he returns back to the United Kingdom, he claims for charitable work. Now, again, here's where it's really confusing and interesting, because those particular birth certificates, and this is interesting, you see, they're the two birth certificates that have never been signed off by a British royal doctor. Now, this is an important part of the story. As we know, Lily was born over in the United States of America, and Prince Archie was born over here at the Portland Hospital. But there were no royal doctors present at that point. Now, where it gets interesting, chums, is this, because I was told from an excellent source that Her Majesty the Queen, time and time again, offered her royal physician to Meghan Markle for any problems that she had during and, of course, up to her pregnancy. And time again, it was refuted. She didn't need it. No, she was fine. She knew what she was doing, etc. But of course, the Queen, being caring and realising that this was Meghan's first child, right, well, she wanted to be sure that there was somebody professional on hand, and that was just a kind gesture. Now, where it gets interesting, according to my legal source, and those, of course, dealing with this case at the Home Office over here, which is part, of course, of His Majesty the King's government, well, they would need to see full, detailed birth certificates in order to have the full picture for these particular individuals that may receive full security, not just here, but around the world. And this is going to be interesting because, as I said, when they put that plinth up inside, of course, Buckingham Palace, if you remember, that wasn't fully formed or signed. And nobody's actually seen, we normally get to see, the royal birth certificate. So if Harry thinks it's going to be a walk in the park coming back over here to see exactly what he demands and thinks this is right, well, again, there's going to be another bigger problem. Now, I'm sure he can find that, and I'm sure there'll be no problem. But the full investigation into that will be thorough. And like his book, perhaps he didn't think that through. Get the picture? Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.